Hi guys, and welcome back to Fresh with Kathy Simpson. I feel like I cheated you the first video where we didn't even get a full face out. So I'm going to do a quick face today just to finish what I was kind of starting yesterday, and I'll mix it up and use a couple of different products so I'm not using the same. The first thing I'm going to do is prime the face, and I'm using this primer here. It is, again, Korean skincare, which or makeup that I talk about, and I find this is great. And if you have like breakout skin or open pores, that sort of thing, it's a really, really good primer for more of a matte base. So it's really good for excess oils or anything like that. And I find, probably because of my skincare routine, I constantly kind of have a dewy skin. So it's no harm in just taking a little bit of that out, but it's a really, really good primer. If you can see there, just for, it really does blur everything out. We love blurring. Now, again, because I'm going off my phone and the string of lights I have here, I hope it does translate through. Everything goes a little bit more around the upper lip and lip and nose area. And today I'm using another Korean skincare, but this time it is from Clio. And it's the same sort of setup as the Moonshot, but they were discontinuing that particular one. So I decided I would try out some other ones. So again, this one I got in the shade Sand, and I'm going to dip it in. I do have a mirror to the side as well, which I will be using because I am a bit blind. I only wear glasses for reading, but God, I need them. So again, it's the same kind of thing. It just goes on so smoothly. Right up to the hairline. Little bit more around the nose. And fine, still with the hay fever. Ugh. And again, I have put that on the eyes as well. I still don't have that primer, but Alva did suggest Essence, which I would love to try out some of their stuff and show you guys here what I think. So I will get round to that for sure. Now, so that's that on, and again, I love that. I am going to, however, use the same contour. It's just kind of bronzer contour because it's just my favourite at the moment. I just really love it. I know it's going to be a colour that'll suit me, you know. So again, I am doing the same things here. I notice a spectacular blackhead just there. Now, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to wait until it is ready to just come out. It's nearly there. But that's what I did yesterday. I had a kind of a double facial. I try and do face masks. I always do face masks once a week. But sometimes if I can't get to do one twice a week, which at the moment I'm not. I used to be really good at doing them twice a week, but I'm not at the moment. I just don't have the time. So I will have a bath and I will do kind of a clay deep pore cleanser. So the one I used on Saturday was the kaolin clay from the Inkey List, which again, once a clay mask is true to its nature, it's going to do its job. So I did that, and then I used the number 7 acid peel cleanse, or acid peel I should say. It's not a peel off mask, but it is a kind of, I suppose, like a a peel for your dead skins, and you leave it on for about 15 minutes and then rinse it off. And every time I do that, it always seems to pull out. It's a blackhead it pulls out, or two. There's another few there, so they will come out, and that's good. I'm happy about that, because it means that it is taking out the stuff it needs to take out. So that's my bronzer on. And for my blusher, I'll mix it up a bit. So this is Tear. And again, I was influenced. One of the sites that I use a lot for skincare and makeup is YesStyle. Again, it's great for Korean skincare, which I love, and Korean makeup I'm loving. Now, I will go through all the, your Armani's and Trini and all of these ones too, which I love. But I just thought, as an introduction, or another introduction, I'm really doing this video again because it didn't get finished in its entirety yesterday. So I just wanted you to have a full kind of finished makeup face. But and I am showing you what I would do every day. Probably a little bit more because I'm, showing off. So yes, I can do some more. So that is a very, very subtle. I might actually just do a little bit more. Oh, I know, with this. This again, this is Revolution. I have two of these ones, these palettes, and these are blush palettes. Ta-da! And they are just cream blush, and they are gorgeous. So I am going to put a little on the back of my hand of just that brighter colour, because I do want a little bit more vibrancy. And I'm going to stipple that on both sides. And there we go. So that has definitely given me a bit more va-va-voomp. Ooh, and got into my hair as well. That's always a good sign. I'm just going to get another brush that I don't have product on and just wipe off any excess. I was getting carried away with that. And then for the end, in this one here, I am just going to use a little bit of this one right here, just for shade. So I'm going to get my Ital brush here, just one of these, blend it or pop it in. And then they're just a little bit over to the side. Oh, I don't know what I have going on there. Now, something that we didn't get done yesterday was the eyes, I don't think, properly. Again, like I said, I don't have my eyeshadow primer. So I'm just the same thing again. I find that if I use concealer, it tends to melt into my eyes a bit. So maybe I just don't have the technique right. Whereas I find if I put foundation on the eyelids, if I don't have, an eyelid primer, for me, it just works better. So let's get a few colors here. Again, I'll do kind of similar kind of pinky look, just because it's my everyday look and it's handy and easy right now. But I'll do all sorts of looks. We can do glam looks, and I love a lot of kind of just boho chic and golds and things as well. So I am using this, I don't even know what it's called. I get Impulse. This was from AliExpress, and I went into cream shadows, and these are one of the ones that came up, and they are so good. There's enough product there just to go, to both eyes. Now, when you were doing the eyes, okay, I'm guessing that if you are my age or older, you've probably got a hooded eye. So it's kind of hard to avoid. So when I am doing the eye, as you can see, I am going above the bone there, above that socket line. That way we're going to see a bit of the eyeshadow. And then for inside, or for just in there, I never put a heavy colour in there because I find it shadows my eyes and it's going to make them look smaller, and I want to make my eyes look bigger. So no. This is actually I'm again Korean Beauty. It's a highlighter stick, which I did mean to try out today, but that's okay. And as you can see, I am just putting that right on top of the lid. And all that's going to do is highlight there to open out the eye and give the illusion that my eye is bigger. So all about the illusions there. And then I do love a little bit of definition. So I'm going to take another little palette here. This is actually, it looks really bright in here, but it doesn't translate quite so bright onto the eye. So I am just taking a small little brush here. You can see, yep. And so dipping that in there. And again, this is my kind of everyday look. I don't go OTT at all. I used to. It was always, when I was younger, I have to say, it was all about the eyes when I did makeup. I never liked heavy makeup on the skin. And I did look after my skin a lot, so I didn't need that sort of coverage. And I was blessed. But my God, you would always see me with a dramatic eye. I loved a dramatic eye. My eyelashes were quite long, so when I had them fluffed up and everything, they kind of probably looked a bit falsy. So I'm just literally just stippling that in a little bit. I don't want it to move too much because it's just giving me that little bit of definition. So it's so hard to see when I do it into camera. Now, and that is just a little bit of definition there. So I was nearly all prepped and ready before I started, but I didn't get out my eyeliner. So this one is this the L'Oreal? Yes, it is. For their liners, you can't go wrong with the L'Oreal, really. You'll be safe, whatever you get. Nothing will be obnoxious. Now, again, when I'm going into the eye, and I'll bring my mirror a little bit closer so you can see. So I'm going along just the top, just as far as the middle of the eye. Now, you probably shouldn't hold your eye like this when you do it, because as soon as you let go, it'll all clump up. But there you go, that's just giving me a little bit of colour, and this is kind of a purpley colour. Again, with my green eyes, it lightens them up. They are quite dark, so it just lightens them a little bit. I used to use a lot heavier colours and things, but you got to change as you get older. I suppose you just got to change your routines and mix them up. And again, I go over with a little bit of a brush, actually a proper brush, a little bit of a brush there, and I am just softening that out, and that just gives a nice little look. So while I am doing my my eyebrows, hold on just one second. Sorry about that. I was looking for this guy here. This is a heated eyelash curler. I got it off wish.com. You just turn it on. I'm going to do my eyebrows while that is heating up. I find it's just really good. I sleep on my front, so my eyelashes, I've got long lashes, but they're always going in, and because of the way I sleep, and I just can't sleep any other way. So it's important. Anyway, so the first thing I'm going to do is, if you can see there, I start at the middle. And the reason I start at the middle is because I have most hairs kind of here, and I don't want to be too heavy-handed there and have too much product there and not enough going through, so it looks a bit weird. We will try and make it look as least weird as possible. So again, the other side, I'm doing the same, and there's not a hope in hell of me doing this to camera. Now, and I'm just filling it in little kind of strokes. Right, there we go. What most makeup artists would do would brush their lashes first. I have very fine lashes, not too many of them there, so I don't really feel the need to do that first. If I had gorgeous wild lashes to contain, maybe. So I'm just brushing that, and I always brush up. Basically think of everything as up. And you'll remember yesterday when I was saying with the blusher, up, and I did the same thing up here today and out. Now, so the next thing I'm going to do, this is Benefit, by the way. All of this is it's a little Benefit brow kit, and I'm so happy I got it. It's just really good. I've tried oh, hang on, that's the wrong one. This is the clear gel. This is the little kind of color filler inner for anything else. So I'm literally just, again, I'm starting from the middle, and I kind of go out to the ends. And the same thing, I have enough product on here to do both brows. I don't want to get heavy-handed. I love a nice brow. Like, I know I'm not very good at doing them, but I love a nice brow. And it's something that if you learn to do anything well, learn to do your brow. Now, this is heated up. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is something I've started trying and find that it has been suiting me, or suiting my lashes, I should say. So I'm just going to fan out, maybe use a spoolie and just spoolie my lashes and try and get them coming back out this way a bit. And then I am going to use, this is the Christian Dior. This is an eyelash primer. I really like this one. I find that it's very easy to use. It doesn't clump up the lashes, and it definitely gives a difference. I have heard some influencers saying that they you know, this wouldn't be the wow factor for them. There's better ones out there. I don't know, I've tried a few, and this is definitely my favorite one, but it could be an age thing as well, because you know, somebody that's much, you know, 20 or 30 years younger than me is probably going to find different products suit them. So, you know, everything is, I suppose, not just age appropriate, but I mean, to your skin, how your skin and how you are aging, not your physical age. So then I am putting this in here. There are my lashes. And there we go. So I'm just going to hold that there for a few seconds. And that's before I put the mascara on. So I've just got the primer on. Can you see that? It definitely helps. And I have to say, I don't think I would go back after using a heated curler. I have tried other ones that are fancier and more expensive, and it's this little cheap and cheerful one I go back to. It's seriously, I think it's like free on Wish with €1 postage or something, which is so handy. And then this is the MAC Studio. What does it say? Lengthening mascara. It's not really lengthening that I need. But I'd actually forgotten about this. I used to use this all the time, and I found it there recently, and it was like nearly a brand new tub of it. So, and I go in from the root of I go right into the root, little bit of a wibble, and I am just brushing up. Again, like I said, my lashes are quite long and they do need a perm. I did buy a home perming kit, but I haven't tried it yet. So I might do that online and see how we get on. Again, it was recommended. I think it was Malibu that used it. She's an influencer, a youngster. But she's really good because she tries out so many different products and so many different things. So, you know, now again, she is a youngster, but she's aware of her skin and taking care of it and all of that. Same with Jamie French. I love Jamie French. Did she say she's 29? She's so funny and just gorgeous. Just such a lovely, lovely girl. I could watch her forever. So funny. I'm going on and I'm looking at these influencers, and a lot of young ones, like Robert Welch and James Welch and Hiram, Skincare with Hiram. He's such a honey bun. And Jamie French and Malibu. And even though I have never met them, I have never had any association with them whatsoever, I feel like a proud mama bear going, oh, their mama must be so proud of them. So anyway, I love them. So there we go. We've actually got our look on. So I think, did I just do maybe 1.5 coats of mascara there? So if you can see how that looks. And then the last thing I'm going to do is a little bit of spray. This is my favourite spray. Just this, I always find, again, this is one that what's this one called? Glow Setter. So it's Glow Setter, and it really does give a glow set. I use e.l.f. all the time. I find that it really helps, and my makeup stays with that. In fact, I just saw it there now, the illuminating mist. I absolutely love it. So there we go, we've got 2 mists on today. And there we have a finished face. So next thing I will be doing is, I have just run out of my Gorgeous oil serum. So I'm going to be making that online and discussing the ingredients. I'll also be doing skincare routines and all those different creams. That's what you're really after. So thank you for joining me again today, and I shall see you soon. Bye.